Today I watched 5 of my coworkers get laid off from a job that they've been working for 20 plus years.
Imagine you work at a big tech company and you've been there like 5-6 years. Your salary was, let's say, 180,000. Okay, now they lay you off and they're like, you know what? We could just repost this position for like 140.
Nobody is safe from layoffs. If you work for a large corporation, at some point, you may be on the list.
So I met someone yesterday who got laid off from Oracle, and I asked them, were there any signs that this was coming? And they said that their boss had asked them to start training an AI bot on how to help them do their job.
Those 9 million drivers' careers that you have will be out of work, conceivably. Talking about being honest about the situation.
Yeah, I think, again, it goes to physical AI as well, right? So I think 20 years from now, you can imagine that those 9 million will be 20 million AVs, maybe.
What do the 9 million people do?
I don't know. Now, we are expanding the kind of work that's available on the platform, partially as a result of it, right? We used to be, the only work is driving. Now there's delivering. You can have shoppers as well. I think it'll be a little while at least before you get AI shoppers. And now actually we have a team called Uber AI Solutions that allows people to train these same agents and train AI agents and AI models and do all kinds of knowledge-based work on their phone as well to kind of extend the kind of work that we offer humans on our platform and different opportunities for them to make money. So we are extending the platform, and then the question is how much of the platform gets automated.
Hand on heart, though, it does appear that unemployment is going to be significantly increased in a world of AI, especially we just imagine this sort of continual rate of improvement. I just can't.
You would have, unless, again, historically in societies, new kinds of jobs have come up.
Knowledge jobs, physical jobs.
Yeah, I mean,
now we've disrupted both. That's
why there's a question here. I don't think it's going to be a big issue in the next 5 years, but when you go 5+ years, it's going to become more of an issue for society.
720,000 jobs gone. Think about that for a second. Hundreds of thousands of people woke up expecting a normal workday, and by the end of it, many of them were unemployed. Now here's the question nobody wants to answer. Is this just another round of layoffs? Or is something much bigger happening behind the scenes? Every few days we hear another company cutting jobs. Tech companies, retail, finance, manufacturing. Nobody seems completely safe anymore. And if you're sitting...
Shalom. Kahalal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Baha, Bahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Akim, pushing his word in truth and sincerity. This is Amathia from Great Millstone, Dallas. Yep, that's what's starting to happen. More jobs are being lost. You see on here it says 720,000 jobs lost as more layoffs hit in 2026. Things are starting to get worse. Things are getting really bad now. You get laid off, it's very hard to find a job. Because more layoffs are happening. It ain't like they're laying you off and then you can go find another job. Because why? A lot of these jobs are setting up for AI. That's why when you see people are getting laid off, they're like, well, to keep me going, I can go and do Uber Eats. I can do Lyft. I can do all these things. But as we saw what the Uber CEO on AI replacing his workers. These jobs are going to be replaced. All these pickup services, delivery services, these things are starting to get replaced. Even here in Dallas, when we see downtown and we're on highways and byways, we always seeing, I think it's called Waymo, or those cars with the white cars that have the top of them look like a little cylinder. I don't know what that's like to help with the directions or what have you. They be driving themselves. I don't know if someone's controlling it outside of the car, but it's no driver. Yeah, they're getting ready to replace that. Okay. Over there off of 45 here in Dallas around, I think Garrett or wherever that place, that city over there, is where they working on those driverless rigs, 18-wheelers. If you ever seen the movie Logan, the movie with Wolverine, Marvel, it's called Logan. And that movie is kind of like showing all the cars that be driving by, big trucks, cars. A lot of them are being driven with AI, auto, no drivers. So people are starting to lose jobs, but there are no replacements. Okay? So people are going to end up having no way to cover their expenses. Therefore, people can't maintain their living. Because the thing is, if you live in an apartment, these people still have to, the ones that own the complexes, these apartment complexes, they still have to cover expenses for them to own those different complexes. See, that's what Esau is doing. He's putting a squeeze on everybody. And everybody's going to be pushed out. That's why you don't supposed to care for the things of this world. Because your enemy, I'm talking about you Israelites, you so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans, and it's not just about color. Your enemy is starting to put the squeeze on you because he's trying to put you in to some of a quagmire or in a box where it would be the only way you can survive is constantly through him. You'll be really like cattle, like Goyim. He put you in a pasture, like a 15-minute city, and he will supply you with what your daily needs. A little bit of food, a little bit of this, just to, for you to maintain. And then he can take out who you want to take out of and put him and bring and keep who you want to keep. So you got to really know who you're dealing with when you dealing with Esau Edom. Okay? This is James 4 and verse 4. Okay? It says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh Shem Yahushua? Okay? Why is it enmity? Because what? Your enemy rules this world. Job 9 and 24. That is a major verse. The earth was given to the hands of the wicked. He cut us. The earth was given to the hands of the wicked. Okay. Let me get it here. Let me just jump because I'm screwing it up. It's late. This is Job 9 and verse 24. It says, the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, and where and who is he? So who is he? He's the so-called white man, the Edomite. Okay? The elites of this world. Those are the ones that's pushing this AI, or want this AI to be pushed. They're setting up for, like I said, the Georgia Guidestones to get down, to bring the population down. BG tell you that. B. Gates, he's telling you that they're doing a really, really good job for these these Maxines, to do what? To bring the population down. Now think about that. In order to bring the population down, you got to keep people from populating, so you want to make more people sterile. And also you want to unalive a lot of people. That's what you do. If you want to do a really, really good job in the Maxines, and what do? You set up to keep the population down. You keep people from producing by what? People having children, having babies. And also, there's already 8 to 9 billion people on the earth, and you want to get it down to 500 million like the Georgia Guidestone? That's what they're going to do. And they're going to use AI to help get people in disarray and get people to be in chaos. Because what? They don't have no forms of living. The grinding, as it says, is starting to cease. Ecclesiastes 12. The doors of all these different stores and all these different shops, all these different companies are starting to lay off and close up. This grinding is starting to cease, and that grinding is what? The jobs, the works. And this is who your the enemy is setting up to do. James 4:4, ye adulterers and adulteresses. Okay? Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world, is the enemy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So if you're the friend of the world, then you're friends of the God of this world, as the scriptures say. And he's blinding the mind of you. The God of this world is blinded the mind. Okay? As it says in let me see here. I think it's 1 Corinthians 4:4. Salakia. Romans 12. No, that's not it. Second Corinthians 4:4. All right. Oh shit. Let me do that. All right, let's go to it. 2 Corinthians, not 1 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 4:4. It says, all right. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hidden to them that are got lost, and we will continue to keep you in that blind state. The ones that rule, the ones that want to keep you not knowing who you are, the ones who want to keep you in subject, keep you oppressed. Verse 4, in whom the God of this world, and who is the God of this world? The world was given to the hands of the wicked. The Lord have given the wicked to actually bear rule to this world. And look at your government. Look at all these. Look at the rulers, and then look at who actually rule this world. Look at your bankers. Now think about it. Okay, these are the ones that want to bring forth this AI revolution. Okay, in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. So the God of this world has blinded the mind of them, but you know what I'm saying? But we're not deceived, okay? And that's the elect that's not being deceived. Yeah, that's the elect. All right? So when you basically are dependent and believing in this world and thinking, you have people that they talk about how AI is doing, setting up for these jobs. They'll clap and celebrate and be happy about that. They'll be happy. I'm happy I'm losing my job. I'm happy that they're trying to bring the population down, because these people are docile. These people are stupid now, okay? Sodist children. But that's all right. The elect, like I said, we're not blinded. We're going to believe and have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is Psalms 37 and verse 7. It says, rest in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and wait patiently for him. Okay? Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. I'm going to read that in the NLT on the other side here. It says, be still in the presence of the Lord. Okay? Be still. All right? Endure. Be patient. All right? It says, and wait patiently for him to act. Okay? Psalms 119 says around 126 verses says, it's time for thee to do, O Lord, to do work. Wait for the Lord to act. And he's acting. The Lord is moving, man. The Lord is moving. Okay, it says don't worry about evil people who prosper. Don't worry about these people that look like they're doing good. You know, Everybody talking about what the Lord. You know, you have people now bugging out talking about the Lord. If you saying these people they doing good, but they wicked, you know, you got to remember wickedness is flourishing right now. But now you're starting to see these things starting to crumble. All these plagues and all these things that are happening around the world, happening, especially here in Babylon, these people starting to feel it. You know, that's why the wicked one, he don't care about his own people as well. So these Edomites, these middle class, lower class, Edomite, they feeling it as well. See, the wicked don't give a damn. All right, they try to fill their belly, and they don't care who they do to destroy, burn down with it, as long as they gather up everything for themselves. But the Lord is getting ready to bring forth mighty work. All right. In the NLT again, Psalm 37:7, be still in the presence of the Lord and wait patiently for him to act. Don't worry about evil people who prosper or fret about their wicked schemes and see these schemes. You know what I'm saying? All right. These devices of the trail are evil. Okay. They are wicked. Okay. And Lord, and like I said, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, as it says, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. We're not ignorant to these wicked devices that Esau is trying to bring out. But yet we are within this world, so we have to prepare. The Lord left us in this world, but he didn't leave us with no covering. That's why he said, fret not. Okay? He said, don't worry, you know what I'm saying? Have faith, believe, and you'll get you through these trying times. This is part of these fiery trials that the Lord is putting us through. And like I said, that's why all these jobs being lost, the Lord is going to provide for us. Okay? The Lord said, my servants will eat. So have faith in that. Faith is what we got to get through these times. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Yah, and pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.